Okay, let's dive into this. We're talking about those absolutely massive engines that, basically power our world. The ones roaring away on giant container ships, on offshore rigs, and inside huge industrial plants. I mean, they're marvels of engineering, for sure, but they come with a couple of really serious and potentially dangerous side effects.
Right, so picture this. You're on a deep-sea oil platform, or maybe you're deep in the engine room of a massive ship. The power all around you is just immense, but so are the risks. You've got this constant, incredible noise you have to manage, but at the same time, you have to prevent a single stray spark from causing an absolute catastrophe. So how on earth do you solve two huge problems like that with just one piece of equipment?
Well, here are the twin threats we're up against. On one hand, you've got that deafening noise, a relentless, powerful roar that isn't just annoying, it's genuinely hazardous. And on the other hand, dangerous sparks. We're talking about tiny, red-hot particles shooting out of the exhaust, and each and every one is a potential fire starter in what could be a really volatile environment.
And this is where our solution comes into play, the MSA series. It's a specialized piece of hardware, engineered from the ground up to tackle both of these problems head-on, at the exact same time. It's a real two-for-one deal. The full name kind of says it all, a reactive spark arrestor silencer. So let's break that down, right? Silencer is pretty obvious, it makes things quieter. But spark arrestor, that's the absolutely crucial safety component. So it's like having a fire warden and a sound engineer all rolled into one heavy-duty package.
So first up, let's talk about the noise. How exactly does the MSA series manage to tame the roar of a multi-ton engine? Well, it acts as a serious industrial-grade sound attenuator.
And it even comes in different performance levels to meet specific needs. The MSA2 model gives you what's called semi-residential attenuation, which knocks the noise down by about 24 decibels. Now, to put that into perspective, that's kind of like reducing the roar of a huge diesel truck down to the level of a normal conversation. Pretty cool. But for more sensitive areas, the MSA3 offers residential-grade performance, and that gets you an even more impressive 32 decibels of sound reduction.
And you can really see the difference here. That jump from 24 to 32 decibels might not sound like a lot, but because the decibel scale is logarithmic, it actually represents a massive reduction in sound energy. It's the kind of difference that's absolutely crucial for meeting strict noise regulations, or just, making a workplace safer for everyone.
Okay, so that's the sound. Now let's move on to its other critical job, catching sparks. I mean, quieting an engine is one thing, but making it safe from fire? That is a whole different level of importance.
So, the crucial point is this number right here. The MSA series removes 99% of all solid particles that are 10 microns or larger from the exhaust. To give you some scale, a single human hair is about 70 microns thick, so we are talking about catching incredibly fine particles here, effectively neutralizing that fire risk. That's just amazing.
And because of this incredible dual capability, you see these units everywhere, from onshore industrial sites to offshore platforms and on all sorts of marine vessels. Basically, anywhere you've got a big engine in a high-stakes environment, the MSA series is probably there, quietly doing its job.
Of course, to work in places like these, it has to be built to last. I mean, it's gotta be tough as nails. So let's look at the construction and the certifications that prove this thing is absolutely ready for anything.
The build quality is just top-notch. You've got an all-welded design, sturdy carbon steel construction. That means it can withstand intense vibrations and really harsh conditions. That heat-resisting paint, it protects it from the insane temperatures coming off the engine exhaust. And those drain points, they might seem simple, but they're vital for preventing corrosion from condensation, which makes sure this thing has a long service life.
Now, this is what I think is really interesting, the installation flexibility. Whether you need to mount it standing straight up, lying flat, or even at an angle, the performance is exactly the same. For engineers who are trying to design these incredibly complex engine rooms, that kind of versatility is a massive advantage.
And it's not just tough, it's officially certified. It has DNV type approval. That's a global gold standard for safety and quality in the maritime world. Plus, it can be certified for ATEX directives, which is what you need for equipment used in potentially explosive atmospheres, like on an oil rig. These aren't just claims, they're proven, life-saving standards.
So, we've established it's effective and it's tough. But another key thing to know is that this isn't some one-size-fits-all product. Nope, it's a highly adaptable system that can be tailored for pretty much any application you can think of. Which, of course, leads to a pretty natural question.
Just how big are we talking here? I mean, when you're dealing with everything from a little backup generator to a massive ship's engine, you're going to need a whole range of sizes.
And wow, the range is just staggering. A small MSA unit for a little 2-inch pipe might weigh just 5 kilograms. But you scale that all the way up to a 24-inch bore, and the MSA 3 model weighs in at over 2,000 kilograms. That's more than a car. This chart just gives you a little glimpse of the incredible scale they operate on.
And the customization goes way, way beyond just the size. It's like you're building a component to your exact specs. Is it going to be exposed to corrosive sea salt? Okay, you'll need stainless steel. Does it need to fit a unique pipe system? You can specify the exact connections you need. How are you going to install it in a super cramped engine room? Well, let's add some custom lifting lugs. Every little detail can be tailored to the job.
But don't let this modular design fool you into thinking it's simple. This quote here hints at the really complex engineering that's going on behind the scenes. Things like back pressure, temperature, and gas velocity are all critical calculations that have to be made to ensure the whole system works perfectly. It really is a science.
And that leaves us with a final thought. The MSA series is a piece of heavy-duty, absolutely essential technology that most of us will never, ever see. Yet it's out there, silently and safely, keeping massive industries running. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible tech is out there, quietly doing the vital work that makes our modern world even possible?